morning, GMS. I'm Liliana.
And I'm Sing.
Let's get started with the news. Remember 7th grade, this Saturday you have your Chicago trip. You must be at GMS no longer than 6 a.m. this Saturday. You must be on time. Stay tuned for a Chicago trip teaser video coming later in the show.
Red Ribbon Week continues this week through Thursday, October 31st. Red Ribbon Week highlights the importance of living a drug-free life. Pay attention for more information throughout the next few days. And remember, reach out to a teacher or counselor if you or someone you know needs help.
Also, we have another fun spirit week for Red Ribbon Week this week. Today is Hats Off to Being Drug-Free, or Hat Day. Tuesday is Friends Don't Let Friends Do Drugs, or Twin Day. Wednesday is Band Together Against Drugs. 6th wears gold, 7th wears green, 8th wears white, and staff wears black. Thursday is Follow Your Dreams instead of doing drugs, so wear your PJs. And Friday, our school chooses to be drug-free, so wear green and gold.
This Thursday, October 31st is Halloween. Trick-or-treating in Greenwood takes place from 6 to 8:30 p.m. We hope everybody has a great time, but remember to be safe and cautious. Also, you are not allowed to wear costumes or face paint to school. Later in the show, we will have 10 tips to help you keep you safe this Halloween.
The GMS IMC is having a reading revolution and hosting a book drive from now through December 20th. Let's take all the opportunity to give the gift of reading by donating new or gently used books in the GMS IMC. Books you want to donate can be placed in the donation box and found in the IMC. So let's start sharing the joy of reading and donating the books we no longer need.
This GMS IMC also has books on sale by author Christina Diaz-Gonzalez, starting at just $7. Mrs. Gonzalez will be visiting GMS on November 13, and you can get your book autographed by her. The Bluest Sky, Concealed, and The Red Umbrella are all $7. The book Invisible is $10. All purchases are cash only. See Mrs. Ellington or Mrs. Reinhardt in the IMC for more information.
That's all for the news. Let's head over with our interview of the week. Miss Kaelin, 6th grade math teacher.
Good morning, GMS. I'm Jovi here with our teacher of the week, 6th grade math teacher, Miss Kaelin. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Would you like to start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I am married and I have 2 children that go to ISOM. I am a Greenwood alumni. I went to Greenwood High School and graduated from Greenwood High School. I have a slight obsession with coffee and I love to travel.
Me too. Why did you choose to become a teacher?
I've been teaching for a long time, so I had to think about that question. And I think it was just a combination of things. I think that I had some really good teachers growing up that just made me feel really good about learning and did really fun things. And I loved working with children and helping others. So I think it was just a combination of things that led me into teaching.
What is your favorite home-cooked meal and why?
Well, my mom is Filipino, so I'm part Filipino, part American, and my mom makes this meal called pancit, and it's noodles, and it's got meat and vegetables, and it is delicious.
That sounds really good. What is your dream vacation?
I love the beach, so anywhere really warm. I love to travel and the beach, so my dream vacation would be somewhere probably abroad, somewhere in Europe where I'm on the beach and people are bringing me whatever I want. That's my dream vacation.
I like the beach too. Finally, what is your favorite Halloween candy of all time?
This is not going to be a popular answer, and it probably has changed over the years, but my favorite is the Twizzler pack, the 2-pack that comes in the Halloween candy. They just hit different. They do. They're not like regular Twizzlers, so I know it's not probably a popular answer, but it's the Twizzlers in the Halloween candy.
That's honestly mine too, to be completely honest. Thank you for coming on our show today, Miss Kaelin. Have a great week. Now let's go back to the studio.
All right, good morning, Greenwood Middle School. I'm Officer Eck with Greenwood Police, one of your school resource officers, and with me here is
Officer Burnett, also with the Greenwood Police Department.
We're here to talk to you guys this morning about Red Ribbon Week. It's an exciting time to be able to talk a little bit to you guys about the impact of drugs and the consequences they might have. So we're going to talk a little bit, ask a few questions, and have some answers for you, okay? So, AJ, if you want to go with the first question.
Yeah, absolutely. We were asked, what exactly is a drug? Well, a drug's a substance that can change your personal mental state, your physical state. It can also affect the way your brain works, how you feel and behave, your understanding, your senses, and can also make you extremely unpredictable and dangerous.
Right. Now, there's different kinds of drugs, obviously. Some of them are prescribed by your doctors, to help with some ailments that you or your parents, grandparents might be experiencing. So those are drugs that are often used to relieve certain conditions. The drugs that we're more concerned with on the street are the illegal substances. For example, marijuana, meth, cocaine, and so forth. Also, in that same category are those prescription drugs. Sometimes the painkillers are a really big problem in the wrong hands. So, AJ, I think we deal with just as many illegal prescribed substances as we do the other ones like marijuana and so forth, don't we?
Absolutely.
So those are also very dangerous to have in the wrong hands. So definitely want to stay away from those. Okay. So let's talk about the legal consequences of if you were to be caught in possession of an illegal substance without a prescription. AJ, can you tell us a little bit about what's going on with the legal consequences of that?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's very possible that you could face jail time. It's very possible that you can face a large fine. And along with the fine, also you have legal fees that could definitely put your finances in trouble. Right.
So not only are there, legal consequences to having that, you're going to, if a student was a student athlete and playing on the basketball or football team or, soccer team or whatever it might be, you're likely to be kicked off of that team and not allowed to play any extracurricular activities for your school. So not only is there a legal standpoint, there's definitely a school standpoint also. Possessing anything in the school is obviously not only illegal, but it's against school policy. So you'll face consequences on both ends. So if you are in possession and get arrested for that possession of whatever it might be, you can go through the court system, but then the schools will also either suspend you or expel you, and could keep you off of any sports teams as well. So the whole consequence of even possessing or taking part in using any kind of illegal drugs is really quite serious when you look at the whole situation. Okay, so that's where we're at on that. Now, how do people get involved in even the thought of using illegal drugs? A lot of it, I think, AJ, is peer pressure.
Absolutely.
Peer pressure's brought on by your classmates, your friends. Explain to us a little bit about what peer pressure is.
Yeah, so peer pressure is any type of pressure that you're feeling when someone pushes you to do something, whether it be to fit in, whether it be to please somebody. And peer pressure can be a good thing, but it also could be a negative thing, Officer Eck.
Absolutely. And I tell people all the time, everybody thinks that peer pressure is something that just you kids deal with. That's not really true. We deal with peer pressure, every so often as well. I've got friends that might make bad choices and might ask me to do things that I just know morally I'm not going to do. So I've got to be able to stand up for what I believe in and walk away from that situation. You know, be strong-minded, stay true to your values, and you know, most of your parents have taught you right from wrong, and the schools, the teachers have taught you, you know, right from wrong. Be able to stand up for your values and walk away from, you know, that temptation of doing something illegal or wrong that might get you in trouble. Like I said, it's very prevalent at your age here in the middle school. It gets even worse, unfortunately, at the high school. Peer pressure can be pretty serious at the high school because you're trying to fit in, and a lot of people will do things to just they know is wrong just to fit in with a certain group. So again, just stick to your values and, you know, say no to those situations that you know you don't stand for. Okay.
What about talking to somebody who you trust if you feel pressured, Officer Eck?
Well, the best way to get to some sort of resolution there would be to talk to somebody that you trust and value their opinions also. They can often help you, you know, guide you through that troubled time and maybe help you understand that your stance on that issue is valuable and probably more appropriate than having to choose the other direction.
So would you say there's some good resources for that? Would be extended family, teachers, counselors, clergy, maybe coaches?
Right. Any kind of role model would be a good person to go to if you had a feeling that you're being pressured to do something that you're not supposed to do or that you know is wrong. Reach out to people. That's the big thing. Kind of lean on your friends, lean on those people like Officer Burnett said, a teacher, a counselor. That's what the counselors are here for, is to help guide you through some of those troubled times. And as you guys are starting to learn and grow more and more, you're still rather immature in some aspects, and that's why we have, you know, the counselors and other people, even us SROs. You guys should feel comfortable coming to us. Just pull us aside. If we're here, pull us aside and ask us to talk for just a few minutes. Any of us will be more than happy to help you through, you know, give you some guidance in anything that you need. So don't hesitate at all to contact us. If you know something's going on here at the school, if you know something bad's going to happen, be sure to speak up and say something to one of us or one of the counselors or one of the teachers, so that we can help keep this school safe and keep the students safe also. Another question we get asked quite a bit, Officer Burnett, is I've got friends that I know are using drugs, and I feel like they're harming themselves and maybe getting a little too far into it. How do I report somebody that, even if it's a family member, how do I report them to the police so that I can maybe get them help?
Well, obviously, first you want to share your observations with your family. See if they're seeing what you see.
Right.
If they agree, if they see and or agree that there's a problem, try to find out who's going to talk to that person about it. If they're still not willing to get help after talking with a family member or a friend, contact a substance abuse professional, mental health professional, doctor, guidance counselor, or clergy to help them speak with the individual.
Those are all good answers. What if I know my friends are starting to smoke cigarettes or starting to vape? You know, that's something we see a lot here in the middle school and high school, that kids are starting to experiment with things, or maybe even some alcohol usage. You know, all those things there can adversely affect your mindset also. Would it be safe for me or wise of me to approach my friend and talk to them just individually about it and see, why they're doing it and maybe try to convince them to stop doing it?
Absolutely. I think that goes back to what we spoke about a little bit earlier with the peer pressure. Look for positive peer partners. Set limits and say no.
Okay.
Talk to a trusted adult if you feel pressured.
Right, and I know you guys are going to hear from the nursing staff also about the effects of these substances on your body, so we'll leave that to them. But, ultimately Red Ribbon Week is just about, awareness of drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and it's a really good week to sit down and talk to somebody about it. So if you are experiencing something yourself where you've fallen victim to experimenting with something, I would challenge you to talk to somebody about that to get you a little bit of help, because having a substance, whether it's alcohol or drugs, nicotine or vape or whatever it might be, to influence your behavior without a doctor's prescription is pretty dangerous, and it's just not real smart. So again, Officer Burnett and I are here quite a bit during the days. Other officers are here. Feel free to talk to any of us about this. If you have any more questions regarding anything about this, please feel free to talk to us about it, or if you don't feel comfortable with us, talk to a counselor or teachers. You guys have a wealth of resources here in this building alone. Everybody wants to see you guys succeed. Everybody's here to help you guys. So feel free to reach out to any of us, your parents or whatever, to ask us any more questions regarding this. So I guess that's about it. That's about all the questions we have for today. Do you have anything else to add?
I don't. I think we covered a wide variety of topics today.
Should be good to go. So thank you guys for your time, and have a good week.
Hi, welcome to Trending in Entertainment News, where we share weird stories and all things entertaining. I'm Lucas.
And I'm Sam. Let's get started.
According to Today Trending News, a Turkish airline pilot died mid-flight. On October 9th, the 59-year-old pilot lost consciousness mid-flight. After initial medical assistance, the crew decided to make an emergency landing at JFK Airport. The Airbus A350 departed from Seattle Tacoma International Airport and was headed to Turkey, but they made an emergency landing at JFK.
When they landed, they deplaned the passengers as medical crew raced to the plane. Sadly, the pilot died before the plane landed. The pilot had no health problems identified that would prevent him from working, and he's been working since 2007. The death of the pilot is still a mystery. In entertainment news this week, here are some of the upcoming video game releases. Empire of the Ants releases on November 7th for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X. Albatross releases on November 1st for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X. On Your Tail releases on November 21st for PC and Nintendo Switch.
Finally, here are some of the movie releases coming up. Wicked will release on November 22nd, 2024. Finally, we also have Sonic the Hedgehog, which will release on December 20th, 2024. That's all for Top Trending.
Now let's head over to Roll Call.
Good morning, GMS. I'm Lily.
And I'm Lily, and welcome to Roll Call. Today we will be asking, what movie are you watching this Halloween?
The Curse of Bridge Hollow. For Halloween, I'll be watching Coraline.
I'm probably going to watch Coraline.
My favorite Halloween movie is The Night Before Christmas.
My favorite Halloween movie is Hocus Pocus.
My favorite Halloween movie is It.
This Halloween, I'm watching Hocus Pocus and Hubie Halloween.
My favorite Halloween movie is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
My favorite Halloween movie is Monster House.
The Nightmare Before Christmas. Hocus Pocus.
Goosebumps.
I like a lot of Halloween movies, but I'll definitely watch The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and Young Frankenstein. We've already watched both Hocus Pocus movies and E.T., and we're watching Agatha all along.
I'm watching the Yukon Huskies basketball.
I'm Reagan. Let's look at this week's home events for the week of October 28th. Tonight, Monday, October 28th, 6th grade girls basketball versus Greenwood Middle School at 5:30 p.m. That's all for GMS Sports. See you next week, GMS.
Hey kid, you want some drugs?
Boy, did you just mess up.
We're the Drug Stoppers! Did you know that your lifespan will be reduced by 30% because of drugs?
And did you know that if you do drugs, you'll be weaker and less coordinated in sports and everyday life?
Or did you know that drug users will spend upwards of $3,000 a year on drugs?
I swear I didn't know, I swear.
That's right, Buster. Looks like you better chickadee check yourself before you rickety wreck yourself.
Ooh. And remember, say no to drugs!
Who are you talking to?
Hi, welcome to our top 10 safety tips to keep you safe this Halloween. I'm Marilyn.
And I'm Lily. Let's get started.
Number 1, look both ways before crossing the street.
Number 2, stay on well-lit streets and always be on the sidewalk.
Number 3, don't enter a home or car for a street, especially if you don't know that person.
Number 4, don't trick or treat alone. Go with parents or a group of friends.
Number 5, bring a flashlight, glow sticks, or wear bright colors to be seen by drivers or anybody else.
Number 6, tell your parents what route you're going on so they know where you are.
Number 7, when picking a costume, make sure it fits well so you don't trip or fall while you're walking.
Number 8, don't eat candy that is already open or looks tampered with.
Number 9, when choosing between a mask or face paint, choose the face paint, as you can see much better.
Number 10, if you see an animal you don't know, don't approach it or pick it up or pet it.
That's all for our Halloween safety tips.
Have a great week and a happy Halloween.